Blast is back, the redraws are finally over, and One Punch Man just changed forever. Perhaps the most crazy thing that happened in this chapter is that we get to see how Empty Void uses his Dimension Blade ability, and he literally goes outside of the 3D world. He goes into another dimension where he can see all of the parallel universes and realities that are going on, I guess at that exact same moment on Earth, but then he can attack from outside of reality. It's seemingly undodgeable reality attack. Like it's insane, dude. And this is super important because this is confirming theories that a lot of fans had. And I'm gonna actually make a whole separate video about this, about the One Punch Man multiverse theory. A lot of fans think that even just the redraws themselves are just parallel universes to One Punch Man. I've heard that theory before. I guess it potentially could be possible. Like there is a universe where Garo never got awakened, but he did monsterify and Saitama beat him. Or there's a universe where the clash between God Garo and Saitama was so powerful that Blast had to intervene with the other galactic space heroes. So this obviously has a lot to do with God, and Blast and Empty Void are the only characters we know in the series right now that can use God's power, at least to this extent where they can go kind of like outside of reality. They can go to pocket dimensions where they can view an attack from outside reality. And this is really important because I guarantee you Blast has this ability too. He can obviously go outside and see everything that's going on Earth. We saw when Tatsumaki was about to take the partition of God, the real Blast showed up, and it's like, how would he know that? When Saitama and Flashy Flash picked up the cube, Blast showed up. So like he is, even though he spends, I guess, most of his time off the planet or wherever the hell he is paying attention to like what's going on in the world. And that also means that he should very well know the extent of Saitama's power, especially now that he's like keeping an eye on him. Now, unfortunately, Flash and Sonic do not become God avatars. So, I mean, I guess there's still time, but it seems like in this chapter, Sonic, his heart, his willpower was so strong that he was actually able to reject the partition from God, and he ends up saving Flash. So, as Empty Void states in this chapter, Flash is the better fighter, but Sonic has more heart, more willpower. But in a sense, they kind of assist each other in that way. They really are a pretty awesome duo. And the cover page, we get, you guessed it, Tatsumaki, thick thighs save lives. Murata doesn't even care anymore. Just keep putting sexy female anime characters on the cover and people keep buying One Punch Man. The guy doesn't even draw a cover for whatever the chapter is. It doesn't matter. Just put a sexy female on there. You know why? Because we like it and it works. That's my review of the cover of chapter 201. But as they attack Empty Void, he like disappears into this void, which I guess this is why he's called Empty Void. And you can see these bubbles. It says parallel worlds branch out with each possibility, infinitely bubbling forth like foam. And with this, Empty Void is essentially able to just travel through the multiverse. I guess Blast can as well. Now, the reason this is so important, there might be universes without Saitama. This image that we got from, I think it was like the chapter 164 before they redrew it, with Blast and the S-Rank and the space heroes, perhaps those are from universes where Saitama didn't exist. Because if Saitama didn't exist to destroy Boros, Boros would still be alive. And same with the King Lion dude. My brain is going crazy right now with theories, bro. Like, so if Saitama may be a singularity in the multiverse, like perhaps he's not supposed to exist, but he's like the singularity that can, you know, bring balance back to the multiverse by destroying God or something like that. And as Empty Void states, this is outside the causality of the universe. So whatever happens in the universe doesn't happen in this void. So Empty Void does these like ninjutsu hand signals. Finally, we got some ninjas doing hand signs. It's about time. Kind of a glimpse of the power of God in One Punch Man, the monster God. Like, imagine, like, it's not like an enemy you can't see. It's like he could literally just like crush your universe from the outside. Like, so much power that there's nothing you can do. And this guy just has a sliver. He's able to attack you from outside the universe, from outside reality. And that basically just makes him impossible to beat. But unless you're Blast, then you can, you know, go outside reality and go fight him, which I think is what's about to happen. So as Blast punches this dude and hits him seemingly pretty hard, it makes him rage. He goes full on Vegeta and bursts out of the rock screaming and everything. Also, I don't know if this means anything in particular, but in this image here, you can see veins coming out of his armor. Like, I understand the veins being pissed off and everything. Why is it on his armor? Maybe it's just melded into his skin like Garo, like his armor has become part of his body, I guess. One more thing I want to talk about briefly is how Empty Void's face keeps changing. It just feels like Murata can't get it right, and every time they show this character, his face changes. I don't know what the explanation for that is or why, but I mean, I like how it looks here in this manga chapter, more so than how they first reintroduced him. But yeah, and something else interesting happens. Maybe you guys can help me on this one. When Empty Void uses his Dimension Slash, Sonic gets cut in half, and it looked like he was dead, but Blast shows up, and I believe there's a mistranslation because he says he like hid his upper body in another dimension using a gate or something like that. It's got to be wrong, but whatever he did, Sonic is alive. So I'm guessing that when Empty Void cut through this, what he thought was Sonic, it was really Blast or something like that. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. But Sonic didn't die. And then we get this hilarious picture of Blast sticking his tongue out. Like, I just love this. But we do get to see Blast was basically following Flash, teleporting through black holes in the air. So he was just staying out of range and just porting around. It's kind of hilarious. I feel like Blast is sticking his tongue out here. It's like, I feel like this is Murata doing this as like a FU to all the people who are complaining about redraws. And something a little weird here, I know this is a gag, but it seriously lowers the power of Blast. He says, I actually lost sight of you guys for halfway through and started to panic, but after the Dimension Slash, I found you. Like, Blast is supposed to be crazy strong. He can leave reality, go to different dimensions. We've seen his power and his feats, which are insane. I don't know how he lost Flash. I mean, we know Blast is faster than Flash, so like, I don't know how he lost him. I guess they're just trying to joke here, but like, Blast is the ultimate Chad. I mean, this dude is our guy who's gonna go up against God and everything, and it's just, I don't know, that made him seem weak, that he would like lose vision of Flash. And it looks like he lost vision of them because of fog, which is this a gag, or is this like Blast's weakness? Can he not see through fog with interdimensional capabilities? He says, you overcame the temptation of the cube, huh? Well done. You pass. So to me, that means like he might want to recruit them for the battle against God. And I think we're getting closer and closer to that final arc of One Punch Man. Blast is here on Earth assembling the A-team, I guess. And I mean, Flash and Sonic are weak, but if they're resistant to the temptation of God's power, that's really important, because if Blast is going to take a bunch of allies out in space to fight God, he can't have them turning into evil God avatars and wrecking his plans. So I'm going to make that video on the multiverse theory of One Punch Man. There is a lot of data to support it, so I'll have that out this weekend, but the redraws are completely done, which means the next chapters from now on are gonna be raw AF, bro. I can't wait, man. Blast versus Empty Void, who is stronger than God Garo, I think. I mean, it appears like he is to me. Dude, this fight is gonna be so cool, but I guess Flash and Sonic are gonna help out, and maybe the three of them work together to take out Empty Void. I am super pumped. I'm so happy we're getting another super fight, and in 2 weeks, we're gonna see how it starts. If you guys like the video, make sure you like and leave a comment down below. Help me out with the algorithm. And tomorrow, for the next few days, I will probably be streaming Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree. It's my favorite game in the world. I am a gamer, pretty hardcore, dude, and I'm gonna be online streaming, and we can talk about One Punch Man and play Elden Ring together. So if you're around, check me out, check out my channel. I'm probably live right now. And I will see you guys on the next One Punch video.